anything. It doesn't have any template. It doesn't have any roadmap for the nation. They just force him there. It was rigged election. Rigged election. It was forced on you people. It was forced to be president. So, and the people who connived to do all of this and put him there, right? US.
You mean US, the United States?
United States. Right. The hardship, you have not seen that ship now. In 2 years' time, you will see the hardest hardship you have never experienced. Liberia will drink dirty water and they will be thanking God for drinking. That is the kind of president you have. This president does not have anything. It doesn't have any template. It doesn't have any roadmap for the nation. They just force him there. It was rigged election. Rigged election. It was forced on you people. Was forced to be president. So, and the people who connived to do all of this and put him there, right? US.
You mean US, the United States?
United States.
Liberia, like I said, is one of the best countries in the world, whether you believe it or not. You understand? Yeah, it's a small country. It's one of the best countries. You know, we are very good people. And then I think what we should strive for is for our country to survive. You know, and that's why we promote peace in our country. You know, for so many years we've been promoting peace. And people that brought war still continue to have the face at the end of discrimination. This is wrong. And we will not sit as citizens of this country. I was in opposition before. I faced this thing before.
So forth here and there, but these are Liberians. In the wake of all of these hardships, they have been taking off jobs, and some of them could be angered by that and take matters into their own hands. And you are a man of peace, and if they did support you and they are suffering because they are associated with you, people have been taking up tenure positions. Whoever associated with you, either directly or indirectly, they have been taking up jobs. These things could anger people and they could take matters in their own hands. What say you to this? Yeah,
maybe the international community that were reminding us to make sure that we don't break the rules and regulations. They are still there. And we have to respect the laws of the Republic. That's what we did. When I was in power, when they tell me that, no, this is a tenure position, you cannot move the person until their tenure expire, so be it. That's the law. We can break the law. So I hope that the government will take heed. It's important to respect the law of the Republic. We're not a democratic period. So we need to respect the law. All we look for is to respect the law, and that's what we did.
Looking at the common people are losing their jobs at various places as well. Not just only tenure position holders. They are the ones that are feeling the pinch the most. They got nothing.
AB, when you are angry and you let the wrong people thinking that they are the savior, is wrong. You understand? We were in opposition before. If you employ poor people that have the minimum, and somebody come to power and believe that because they associate with other people, they have to be taking on job. This is very bad. That's not good. No leader can do that, you know. And what, $50 job, $100 job? You mean the government that come to power, that came to rescue, cannot even give a $50, $100 job or lead a citizen on that job? This is wrong. It's wrong. It be everything that they're doing wrong, and we know that. You know, but again, the peace of Liberia is the most important. It's the most important, and that's why we in accordance with the law. You know, this is wrong. people supported the Unity Party. I came to power. I left them there. These are citizens of the country. But you can employ a Senegalese man and you refuse to employ a Liberian. Is that what it is? No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Everything that they're doing is wrong, AB. The disrespect is wrong. Breaking our laws is wrong. And the old men know that. Bwaga know that. Bwaga know that. When we were there, the Bwaka, we used to go to him and even fee Bwaka because of his title. You know what I'm saying? Make him comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing? You get a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberia is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie. It's a lie.
Wow. But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
AB, I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Sawyer time, I kept the peace. Charles Taylor time, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic, and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, tenure position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even worked with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. You understand? So, I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we in opposition. Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson said, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest and we protest. We went to Ellen and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked. You understand? Disrespecting leaders that are traveling and you refuse for them to use the laws that they built and Liberians sit down there and say, yeah, it's right. No, it's not right. If the Bwaka man, he was not even president and we gave him a VIP all the time he's traveling. What you're doing is wrong and you need to wake up. Those things are wrong. Those things are wrong. Everyone said that. You want that change? Bwaka was not a change. Bwaka was never the change. Those few people that believe that all the years, almost 171 years, they left this country, they wanted to come back because of where they were, there was no greener pasture. They think that they can get in Liberia and lie, say they came for a change. There's never came for a change. Why they changing? To break the laws is why they changing? No. There will be a period and we will check. But again, like I said to all citizens, and that's what you saw today, in the ring, go to have your program and be peaceful. Enjoy yourselves. Be together, recalibrate. You know what I'm saying? Re-give the people confidence. And Liberians are there. You got some sound Liberians that believe that we were the right group. Yes, I'm not saying that everything was roses. No, but we fought for this country in the midst of great nation. So what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So the disrespect to our citizens is wrong. It's wrong. You know, it's wrong. Respect the law. And I did not bring 10 jobs. We met it. The Unity Party left it with us, and we respected it. So what's going on? Is it that Waka angry because during early time there were 10 jobs, and he want to break it because you are not happy? Is that why he's saying to us? Because the 10 job, I didn't do it. I made it there, and I respected the laws of the republic. And also, thank you for this time, for giving the opportunity. But there will be a time I hope that our people realize that we made a mistake. We made a mistake. We're in a new era, and they send us back to the old era. We need to correct that.
I always talk about being peaceful, and for us to be in harmony is important. But protesting, we will give the protester the opportunity to protest, to let the government know why are they protesting. So I think they have an opportunity to protest, to hear from the government. We never stop protest. We encourage it and even allow the protester to voice out their view. I think it's important. We're in a country that believes in democracy and believe in the rule of law and believe in people's rights. So we went through that throughout the 6 years. You know, we never stopped people from protesting. And I'm sure the government is prepared to handle the protest, you know, without violence. One of my advice to government, the government saw what we did when protesters came out. So, I mean, it was our regiment. So then also have to make sure that the protesters come out and go back home safe, and allow them to protest, to let them know why are they protesting. It's my country, and I just want to see Liberia prosper. So I always advise people not to be violent. But again, in a democratic society, we have the responsibility to make sure that our people voice out without hindrance, without any casualties. So if they want to protest, I think the government have a responsibility to make sure that they protest peacefully and then go back to their homes, and at least they will speak to government will hear them. When I came to the leadership, the first day I worked, LU, the UL they protested, and I didn't know what they were protesting for. I had to call them to my office for them to explain to me why they were protesting. They told me that they protested because they wanted to register, and the registration was giving them a hard time, so they needed a digital registration. So I was informed, and I did that. I did that right away. So it's the only way that the government can hear them. Then they got to get.
Okay, so let me say good evening to all of you wherever you are. It's great joining us, and I hope you are getting me because I'm not going to wait. We don't have much time to waste tonight. A lot of things we have to discuss, so we are right here. And like we always told you, we'll continue to do what we normally would do for our country. And no matter what the circumstances are, we have always said that we are certainly getting there. And with God above all, we will over all prevail. And forever grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here. And grateful to the Almighty God and working together for the good of our country. Have a great team. Let me try to wish condolence to Israel, but we are here for the unfortunate situation that he had to be greeted with, especially under the Joseph Boakar's administration. This time is no lie about it. Unlike the Joseph the era of our former president George Manawia, where people used to come up, make up their own stories about mysterious deaths. Today, Israel Boakar's is a victim. of mysterious deaths that are taking place all over in the country. Mysterious deaths taking place all over in the country. Israel Boy we are seeing is a direct victim, as he was able to text me this morning and said that he lost his brother. His brother's body was found. His lifeless body was found somewhere in the Johnsonville community today. Such is the situation and such is the time. And this is the kind of Liberia that we are confronted with now. We said these things before. You may have manufactured your own stories in time past. But we believe strongly that no matter what it is that people will think about, we all have Liberia to keep at peace. When George Weah said that Liberians should be their own security, you thought that you were foolish things that you were saying. In your very communities, in your very communities, things are happening right there. You got to be watchdogs. In the great United States of America, that's the slogan the people got. You see something, talk something. Anything you see, they are telling them. That's why you see they have the security out there. Like if you saw something strange in your community, you can alarm. And when we have said, let us be our own security, you people took it the other way around. But remember, we're only speaking from the perspective of the countries and the Western worlds that he has lived in over the periods. Today, Israel Boy we are seeing has lost his junior brother. And that's bad. For no reason. His lifeless body was just found. People are dying. Strange things are happening in our country. So tonight, I'm not going to waste much of the time as we are here together tonight, making sure that we do everything we can for country. A lot of terrible things are happening in Liberia, in our country, Liberia. And so we are here together to make sure that we work together for the good of our country. So welcome to class, folks. Let me start telling you that tonight we have the Newton Topa, who is right there and in studio and producing this night's edition. Will be able to do the draws for us while he's there, as we'll have the three wise men operating tonight. And the three wise men will be operating tonight. The star is *799 star 100 hash. Star 799 star 100 hash. So it is Wednesday and Thursdays. That's what we're going to be doing. And that's what we are doing. So the star 799 star 100 hash. So we want to say thank you so much. And my condolence again to Israel Boy we are seeing. And he was very heartbroken this morning. He had come to work and he was on duty when he was caught. When he was caught by his sister, indicating that his brother's lifeless body has been found. And you could see clearly the frustration was very tense for Israel. And I could sense it from him that it was very, very bad. And too bad. And what we saw is very, very bad. And we think for sure we are forever grateful to the Almighty God for the life we live, but equally so, there are evil people, dangerous people who are doing things all over the place. It is the junior brother of Israel Boy we are seeing. Could you imagine? This young man, very much, this young man, look at what they did to him. You see here? You see this man? You seen it? You seen here? You see what they did to him? This is Israel Boy we are seeing his brother. You see what they did to him? I will show you another picture again. I will show you another one. Here is it. Here is him lying right here. Able-bodied man like this. So you must have known that people really jumped on him and decided to kill him. Able-bodied man like this. People jumped on him and decided to kill him. This is what you see now. Honor Joseph Walker's Liberia. These are not just bodies that people take from somewhere, just pull it off from the Western world or whatever in any African country. This one is real. It happened in Johnsonville. Israel Boy we are seeing lost his brother in this form and manner. No trace yet, because I asked him the question whether they have been able to locate anything about it. There is a video that is playing in relation to that. They are wrapping his body. His lifeless body is being wrapped up. No suspect so far. This is what you are saying. No suspect so far. They killed him. Cold blood. This is what it is. You seen it? There is something that happened, and Israel Bowiasie was able to share this with me. What a painful death in Johnsonville. I'm not talking about somewhere else. I'm talking about in Johnsonville. That's where it happened. This is a young man, very brilliant young man, and hardworking young man. Look at him. Look at the kind of fine man they killed him. Here is the guy. Here's the guy who was killed. This is the guy who was killed. You see what we're talking? This is the guy who was killed. I hope you see him. Yeah. Yeah. So we are back. So we are back. So that's what I was just showing you. Sorry, the network went off, and so I'm back. Sorry, the network problem. So that is what it is. That is what I was showing you. I was showing you there is a young man. I just showed you the young man. And Israel Boy, we are seeing in a text communication to me, in narrating just a brief of what happened. He said this to me. He said this to me. Not yet. His girlfriend said that last night he received a phone call and then left the house. She mentioned that she tried to contact him, but his phone was switched off. This morning she learned that his body was discovered on the football field. This is how he died. The girlfriend said he received a strange phone call. A phone call, not strange phone call. I shouldn't add strange to it. A phone call. When he left, she tried contacting him. She did not get here again until his death. Who knows? This is Israel Bowiasie, one of the strongest critics, and of course, an analytical journalist against the government of Liberia. His brother has been caught up in cold death. Is it meant to put fear in him? To say, Israel, you have to step aside? Is that what the Joseph Boakai administration is now doing to kill people who have their relatives have been chased here and there? There's a young man who worked with the Liberia Revenue Authority before left this country. He was one of the strongest critics of WIA. He left this country, went for status. Recently, the guy's brother reported on my show. At that time, I was staying at Freedom FM. When the guy reported that they thought he was his brother, they decided to grab him, put him in car. Police people did that to him. He said that because his brother has been a critic of the government, his brother is not in country, and his brother has been overseas and doing just that. He said that they tried to trace him, they grabbed him, beat him, put him in the car. That is what they are doing. Joseph Boakai brought murderers. They kill people during the campaigns, you people overlook it. Now, everything they do during the course of the campaign is now dumped into governance. The lies they did during the course of the campaign, they brought it into governance. The killings that they did during the course of the campaign, they brought it into governance. There is nothing that is the foundation that they tread on that they would not have to use. That is exactly what they are doing. But you see, this country of ours, people like us will continue to stand up. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what names people call us. It doesn't matter how people view us. We don't care about them. Israel, boy, we are seeing, I'm still saying it again, lost his brother in cold blood because he received a phone call last night. I don't know what level of investigation will be done, and they are killing people. The country is not on the right path. People are dying. Now, these deaths are not deaths that have been manufactured. Unlike the previous regime where people could go for dead body pictures and just put it on Facebook, or what, this is something that I just show you a video to that effect. The photo came, the video came, you saw the video, and I did show you the video, and you saw it as well. I am not lying, and I will not just lie on anything. Because you see, one thing about lies, it can be easily caught. You see that? Now the bad body that they're taking up, so they're wrapping up. This is it. We will not just jump up to just lie because we feel like we won't be. Look, there's nothing good in lying on people or making government to look somehow. There is a young man killed last night. For those of you who come in very late, I'm doing it for. He was killed last night. There is a young man. This is his body. Lying right here. He was killed last night. Sorry that I'm not in main studio to have shown you the clearer or the bigger picture of it. This is his rear look. There is a young man who was killed. I don't know what is his line of duty or where he works, but he appears to be somebody who's working, able-bodied man. He's not a drug addict where you will find in the streets. He's not like that. Look at this man. A man who is of a working class and working. He died in the former manner. It happened in our country. And that's why it is. Very sad. That man, and we think for sure that no matter what the circumstances are, our country deserves to be safe for every one of us. These kinds of debts I not call for honor our dispensation. It had never been called for before honor we are administration, and will never be called for honor this administration. All we intend to tell you is that things happen. A journalist's brother is killed, and not just an ordinary journalist. His brother is hunted and killed in cold blood. No suspect for. And that's bad. Our country will never ever be on a path of such, and then we feel comfortable. That is very much bad. So for those of you, and I want to say for the Ssues family, Israel, boy, we are here. To the Ssues family, my condolences, my brother. Keep up the fight. It could be something to scare you away. Keep up the fight. My condolences to you and your family. And we are very grateful that you got life. And God is God. And anyone who lives in God, God lives in you. And certainly you are one of those persons, my brother. Keep strong. Be strong. And God is God. And anyone who lives in him, he lives in you. So you can keep the faith and keep being strong, my brother. So we rest on that note. Today is Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving Day to all of you, wherever you are. The CS family were greeted with sad news on Thanksgiving Day. And we say our condolences to them. And we think that they can take courage in the law, which is very important. And we want to say Thanksgiving Day to all of you Liberians. The former president, His Excellency Ambassador George Manawia, did extend his Thanksgiving Day message to Liberians and all over. And this is his message I will read here. Let me read his message he sent. This is his message that he sent. They said in Emmanuel, it's called a guy Emmanuel Sie. They say he's a member of the Christ Embassy Church in Duboro, and just opposite Truth FM. Someone is telling me that the Emmanuel guy just showed his name is Emmanuel. Though Israel did not give me the guy's name, but someone is telling me that his name is Emmanuel, and he lives, and he's a member of the Christ Embassy Church. So let me see. He said his nephew. Yeah, okay, his nephew. But the name, Emmanuel Wiase or something like that. Call him. But anyway, let's leave that. Let's leave that and proceed to other matters. So let me read you the message from former President George Manawia, his message, the Thanksgiving Day message to Liberians. That was done today. He did share it, which is very much important. He says here, I extend warm compliments to all Liberians as we mark another year of Thanksgiving for the abiding grace of God upon our nation and for continuing to preserve the peace. I also wish to convey utmost thanks and appreciation to Liberians from every walk of life for remaining resilient in the face of the various adversities that have confronted our beloved country. Thanksgiving Day, as you know, is time we acknowledge God's goodness in our lives, but also a time to be thankful to family and friends who have remained by our side along life's journey. It is my hope, therefore, that we will use the occasion to converge at our various places of worship or wherever we exercise our devotion to God in order to show our supplication. Liberians are strong and steadfast people who have consistently demonstrated over the years that in spite of life's trials and tribulations, we never give up on our country and the ideals that bond us together. Happy Thanksgiving Day. This is a message from former President George Manawia, and a happy Thanksgiving Day. So now Wiase is dead. He's a nephew, and to Israel boy Wiase, right? So and okay. So Israel boy Wiase. Israel, thank you for the call. All right. So Wiase. So that is the message. from the former president of the Republic of Liberia. Again, once again, I want to say sympathy to you, Israel, and you and your family. Today, Joseph Boakai poured himself into our Thanksgiving thing and began to preach a message that he totally contradicts. Talking about unity, and after he divided the country, disrespected leaders, something that God does not condone at all, even to the extent that some of these reckless pastors, when we see them, we are very careful how to talk to them, because you know what? It is biblically inclined that indeed God says what? We should be respectful of leaders. Joseph Boakai comes there and insults leaders, disgrace leaders. He divides the whole country. Then he comes up with a message calling for national unity and peace. Where is the unity? You have taken people off jobs. You have sacked people's parents. You have violated the laws of the land that bind all of us together and bring us at a point of equilibrium. He did all of that. Then he wants us to think that when he comes up with these messages, then we look at the preacher of the message. We look at the messenger. And I put Joseph Boakai in the category of somebody who faced a very good donut, but decided to give it to a dirty person to go and sell that donut. Who will buy it? Who will buy it? When you prepare your donut, or you prepare food, you give it to a dirty person, or a Zogo to go and serve it. Grab a Zogo contract there and tell them, say, can't go be sending my donut for me. Who will buy that donut from you? That's how Joseph Boakai, he's in the category of a Zogo who is being given a decent dish to go and market it. Nobody tends to want to buy it because Boakai is in Zogo state. And that is what it is. The message of peace. The message I just read from George Weah, is it contradicting his life? Everything I read about George Weah just now, the thing about Thanksgiving, national unity, and everything that he ever put in this message, that's him. When you're preaching a message, the message should be a complete representation of you. You can't be preaching one message, then you come on the other side, you are doing something else. It does not work that way. We are not fools. We are not fools. So take your Thanksgiving Day message and go put it in you and Katumu room. You sit down there, you thank each other for the stealing you're doing to this country. Take it and carry it to your children. You sit down there and begin to benefit each other. Your Thanksgiving Day message should be to your parents, to your children. Or you and Katumu Boakai, you go and sit down when you're on your bed. You have your honeymoon, or where you're going to be able to demonstrate your Thanksgiving Day message to each other. You're just sharing. Forget about the Liberian people, because you have brought heavy division among us. You are very wicked and cruel women. Many thought it was just politics, but it's not politics. This old man is inherently greedy and he's inherently wicked. That's how terrible he is. Then you can't talk about Thanksgiving Day message. And I want to go, look, I can say Thanksgiving Day message to people because I'm very much sound mind. None of you, you're not sound. Politically, you're not sound. Peace-wise, you're not sound. There's nothing you can do that is sound. So why you can't put yourself in our Thanksgiving Day to come ally you part of it? Where are you from? You don't practice what you preach. You can't even pretend about it. At least there are other people who will pretend. Let's agree that they are preaching something and they're pretending about it. Your own pretense is not even anywhere around there. You are just as raw and wicked as you are. And the only place you belong, Joseph Boakai, is in the pit of hell. That's the only place you belong. And you and your agents, you will go there one by one, one by one. All those who believe in you. But whether you will go there by death or whichever means, I don't know. But all of us will go, whatever God will come, use all the Elijah and tell you, say you will fly off. We don't get time for that. So take your Thanksgiving Day message and go on outside. And let me say happy Thanksgiving Day to all of you, my fans and followers, my families and friends, those who love me, those who don't love me, and whatever it is. And let me say happy Thanksgiving Day to all of you. Yeah, we can be grateful to God for the life he has given us, for the strength he has given us. We want to say thank to God that some of you were able to survive the trauma of the election, and God was able to give you life. Some of you nearly killed yourself, but again, you have to think about it and say, no, there's still life ahead. We can't allow this wicked man business, we can't die. No, we can't be dying and leaving a wicked man to live. So some of you say no. And there are some of our parents who lost their lives out of the frustration from this election. I want to say thanks to all of you for keeping the courage, for mustering the courage. God is God, and anyone who lives in you, he lives in you. And by the special grace of God, he will carry you through. And whatever pain anyone may have caused you that may not be of God, that it may have caused you, they will get a double or triple portion of that pain. And theirs will be worse. And I can tell you that. That is what God says. It is God for you. So let me just announce to you people that the man of God, Primate, and who gave that prophecy about Liberia is expected in country. And there are plans that he might be in country sometimes this month, maybe the 26th, the 27th. That's the tentative dates and so forth. And I understood that he was able to speak with the former president. He was also extend same invitation to Joseph Yuma Buaka as well, so that Joseph Yuma Buaka can also maybe attend that and that gathering. So he is in talk with the Archbishop and Isaac Winker of the Dominion Christian Fellowship Center, and it could be, and his center could be the host for the man of God. And so that man of God from Nigeria, and I understood on the in February he's expected to dedicate a new church, and he extended an invitation to the former president and others as well to attend that. So there are a lot of things that are happening, and we are very grateful for that. And that man of God is coming to offer a special prayer for the nation and read out some prophecies about the nation, what God will direct him to do. And that is what he's going to be doing. So we expect him. There are talks on the way so that he will visit Liberia sometime this month. He wants to just spend a day and then he's out of here so that it happens, and he's going to be here. And I think there are conversations ongoing already. So I just thought to pass that by you so that you are not greeted by surprise in relation to that. We just thought to just share that with you as well as we are going along. So I hope you are getting me. Students, are you getting me very clear? Because we are about to go into real motion. A lot of things are happening in our country, Liberia. For those of you who are part of the, who want to be part of the 3 wise men, and it is star 799 star 100 hash. You can play right there. And the draws will be done subsequently. At 9:45, I will be going off, and Newton Topa will do the draws and call you up the winners. That is after we have picked our calls and for 9:45. So, and Frances Samble Clark is saying that yes, you are absolutely clear. And we also have Sekou Fofana is saying same. Yeah, and Congressman. Congressman, what you can't do here? What you can't do here? Congressman says you're clear. And Emmanuel Bro. And it's also saying that clear on the YouTube channel. Thank you, Emmanuel. We are very grateful to all of you. And we are certainly getting there. And with God, all things are possible. So very, very super. And I'm getting it. And I know the radio land as well. You should be getting me. Because once the internet folks are getting me, the YouTube people getting me. And Charlotte Horace is saying that you are loud and clear. Thanks for the show. Moses Peewee says that. Tatos Masakwe says you are clear. Isiaga So is saying yes, certainly you are clear. And we think for sure we are certainly. And and Rufus Wallace said, "It's small interview you did that. You don't want to come by again, Pastor man. Like, I beg you, man. I have business. I get that for you. You know your business. You don't even know what I can't do here. You can't talk all kind of thing. Because I can't do that small interview now. So hearing me from Germany is Alfred Jethro Colley. He's getting me from Germany. And Anthony S. Pessima says very clear. And Agatha is also saying same. Followed by Cecilia Logan. And David City is saying good sound on both Facebook and YouTube. Thank you guys so much. And we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. Joe Wiega, George Weapike says you are clear in Rwanda, Kigali. What is it? Thanks, Edison Doe. Yeah, enjoy. Says each other. Yeah, we're watching you. I want to say thanks to all of you for the fantastic reception report. Yeah, Jabba. Yeah, certainly no equal. No equal. They can't make me. And hey, God, with President Trump, you might hear. Carry your President Trump is there on our side. We are now thinking about our politics now in this country. So you forget about us. Hello to our politics on the side. We are very grateful. New Jersey, Abbott Johnson. Folks, welcome. Today, I know it was yesterday. Yeah, it was on Tuesday, which was on yesterday, because today is Wednesday. Is it today is Wednesday? Yeah. Today is Thursday, sorry. Thursday. Today is Thursday. Sorry about that. I heard something. The country, we got a long way to go. Government does not have any priority spending. This Unity Party government, they have no priority spending. I was reading through the newspaper, and Mr. Biapu, yeah, he said getting you clear from RIA Highway. So the star 799 and star, so we are giving out 10,000 to 4 of the winners, 50,000 to 1 winner, and that's what we're going to. Today is Thursday now, so there's 10,000 to winners, and we're going to give 50,000 to just 1 person. So 7 person going to get 10,000. Then 1 person will get 50,000 for tonight. So Newton Tugba will do the draws, and he will call you up as winners for tonight. So the star 799 star 100 hash. So we are very much grateful, and we are working together for the good of our country. Today I read something. You see, Liberian people, when government say they're doing something, look beyond it, which is very important for you. Did I hear that the government of Liberia, through the Minister of Foreign Affairs, said that the announcing of 25 million master's degree work study program, 25 million master's degree. Yeah. God is God. Now you see where we are getting now. 25 million. I went to school, and I'm still learning, and I will continue to learn. I respect school. I love education. I always want to learn. I listen, and I'm around anybody. I always want to learn. And that is just me. So that support education initiatives. The government of Liberia when stealing ready to take place. That's what people do often. The government of Liberia is telling you that they are launching 25 million study program for people to go acquire masters. Good. Now, we know that government investing in her citizens is very much essential. In an economy such as Liberia, where people are struggling, you are spending 25 million to give to Liberians to go for their master's program, so forth. Liberia, first of all, let me tell you what Liberia's status is. Liberia is not a country where when people leave, they want to come back. Think about it that way too. That's the first thing you must think about. That is coming to be a complete waste, and you will not be able to trace it. So let's agree, you are investing in Liberians. When they go to school, learn, they're supposed to come back, and they're supposed to be absorbed into the society. And what is the mechanism that is put in place by the government? That when you have these people out there, when they come back, you have area to absorb them. So like in countries like Ghana, they will tell you, say, you know what? we have this medical academy, or we have the medical programs, we have these scientific areas, and that is where we are operating from. So we are going to do this. We are sending Ghanaians to go and learn about these programs that are here. Then when they come, we absorb them into the program. You are sending people. You are sending people overseas to go and learn. And you know, most of the people will not be able to come back. Most of the people will not be able to come back. And the intent of you sending them is not just because when you talk about study programs for government, it's not just to empower your citizens so that they have, no, you are trying to send people for studies, like what we have did. We have decided to send out medical doctors so that they come back, go where? Into the hospitals. So you have hospital to absorb them. You are not just treating medical doctors so that they have, the doctor capacity. No, that was not what you were doing. Every time you send people out, it was priority investment. So that when they come from there, they come back, they are absorbed into the system because the system needed doctors and we needed to send people out. That is what government will always do. So they intend to impact. It's not just sending their family members. Like there's some of my students say, no, they want to steal. Because you will not be able to trace the impact of that investment. If the government were to take 25 million, right? 5 million each year. United Party has 5 more years, right? They have 5 more years. That's 25 million. If United Party were to just say, you know what? That 25 million will take 5 million each year to pump it straight into primary education. 5 million each year to pump it into primary education. You will see the impact. You will see it visible. You will see it clearly. And because they don't want to do things locally that is not traceable or the impact is difficult to be felt, they try to put it in an abstract program such as, say, oh, we send people for study. How do you track those people? How do you know those people have gone out for studies? And how many of them you know they will come back? You don't have any idea. Or they will come and tell you, we spent 25 million or 250 appearance, they decided to go out. So steady they want to do because you will not be able to trace that. That money goes in breeze. Okay, you take 5 million of that and say every year, all the volunteer teachers will put them on payroll. Will it not be a known fact that teachers are no longer volunteering? No, it will be a known fact. That money can be traced. You can see the impact of that money. So we have got ready and said, look, we are saying free tuition at the State Royal University. Was it not visible that an ordinary man able to see that indeed there is free tuition? We have got ready and said, look, we'll have wax fees paid for the student. Was it not visible that if a student is in 12th grade, they don't take a dime from their pocket to pay for wax? They just walk up to take the exam. It's visible. You can see it. All of the 25 million that they are doing, you will not see any impact. They'll tell you, say, we send so people, we send them on the side, all those kind of things. That is what they will be doing to steal. We know their tricks. They told you, say, they put in 150 million in sports park. You know what that's going to mean for somebody? Take a look around you today in Liberia. The US rate is climbing down. The Liberian dollar is getting messy. You know why? You know why it is happening like that? Because the guys are stealing and they're hoarding the money, they're not putting it outside. Because you were the same people that when government officials used to get money, when they take it, they share with you in the communities. They take their money, they take their salary, they change some of the Liberian dollars, and they share with you in the community. You say that government stealing money. You say that our country money. Now the guys are saying, no, we're not going to give them money. That's why you see Liberian dollar is getting shortage on the market because it is not in your hands anymore. They are taking the money and keeping it. So you will see that the US rate is going down, but poverty rate is still high. Things prices are still up. You know why it's happening like that? Because the money is not circulating. The liberty is now getting, scarce on the market. Because the people who used to make sure to benefit that money again, that it will flow in the market. So you don't have Liberty having the kind of flow in the market anymore. So you will see the US rate coming down. You see some of the issues? Things prices are up, living conditions are high. Why your US dollar, your Liberian dollar is getting messy on the market? You see what's happening to you? Go for your country money now. Go for your country money. Go take your country money. They are now holding your country money because the guys believe that when they take that money, give it to you, instead of you appreciating, like you are appreciated, the We Are administration and the agents of We Are, you started calling them roles. You said they're stealing the country money. So as a result of that, you know, who told you we don't have Liberian dollars in this country? But the guys are holding it back. They will not give it to you. And because they are mean, you don't have that purchasing power to go into the market. And because you are not into the market to go and purchase and put money there is no money, and the money is now missing. Simple. I may not know economy or whatever it is. I may not be an economic student or somebody, but I know for sure the thing that can make cash to flow. Liberia is a cash-based economy. We don't have this kind of electronic means. So I know it is a cash-based economy. When you get the money here, in your hand, you take it. In fact, when they pay somebody today and they put it in their bank account, that person will go take check, withdraw all their money and put it in their hand, and they pass it around with it in the market. That cash flow you used to see, and they say, oh yeah, the Liberian dollar is plenty on the market. Then now the rate is coming down, not because these people do put in any economic strategy. There's nothing like that. People are struggling and they can't find money to buy. So as a result, the liberty is hard to find. Go to the booths, ask questions. They will tell you. So we are now waiting that the people who get their susu there, when they eat their susu, their money will get back into the hand of the common man. Because they are less susu there, people will now pay them. They will get small money. Then the money will come back on the market again. But you're not getting the money from the people who really get a good money. Because they were not going to places to help you. Like some of you used to go to drinking spots and things, so now you're bother with some of your men. They will get ready, they give you sometimes pretty close to 2,000, 5,000. That little money you take, you are carrying it in the market. That have people getting to make sure that they are into businesses. The man who go and sell, he lays sacks every day, he able to make sure that his sacks is bought. The man who able to sell all the ladies who will pass around selling, so that bra, painting, people buying from them. That how the cash used to flow. That person feel appreciated in the market and so forth. That's how it used to work. It's not working like that anymore. Because the people who are your level, who's supposed to be buying at your level, they are not having the money anymore. But you will now see that the people, the Lebanese, or the people in these bourgeois areas, they are continuing to get a better business because the people who are buying now are going to them and then doing business with them. While the people who are supposed to come to you, they are not getting money to come. Most of them are dismissed, and some of them can't get offers from any of these people, and they don't share. There's no sharing that going on now. So as a result, poverty rate is going up. That's why you see, they say, US rate coming. The reason you will hear them say US rate coming down, and they are not appreciating it because they know the US rate is coming down, not because of their own mechanism that they put in place. It's unintentional. It is as a result of the poverty in the land. People don't have purchasing power anymore. It spells out that people don't get it. They don't just get the money, so you got to look for the money. The liberty not coming again, so you got to find it. And for every time the liberty is not plenty on the market, you can find it as when you see the US rate dropping. When you hear US rate dropping, that means you will now see that the Liberian dollar that used to be plenty and so forth, and there it starts to drop. And if it is dropping, it's at the disadvantage of you and myself. It's simply because I don't have money. If you don't have money, the people who are supposed to give us money, they are holding it. All the work we used to get their money without working again. All the labor work we used to do and people give us small money, they post it, they're not working again. So as a result, where do we take money from? That's where we are as a country. So when they're telling you that they're sending 25 million people out, and we say they're going to spend 25 million, it's just to steal. They're not sending no 250 people out. That's a blatant lie. They will steal that money, eat it, and then justify it by that. Why they get to that 25 million pumping right here? the health workers who die for you, they only need 5 million every year to increase their salaries. You said they harmonize their pay to increase their salaries. Here I said, Asada Miller, thank you so much for even confirming what I'm saying. She says, yes, she said, Teacher Lai, yesterday, our church school went to the bank to get money to pay their staff. The bank said no money. Because the new government officials, they are stealing the money and they will not put it in the banks. They will keep it at their houses. Because you know why? You, the same Liberian people, you grab the former government official and you say they used to steal. So as a result, the men say, no, we're not coming to look for somebody to come trace where our money is. They are keeping the money in their home. And they're not giving it to you. Because they don't want you to think that they are also rogues. You see what happening to you now? Your own level of ingratitude suffering you today. So let's do that. Right? I will just be telling you all the things so that when they say the government say 21 years, they're telling us what impact will it make in my life? The government of Liberia name pretty close to pay. Let's just say all the government schools are free from elementary, first grade, all the way to 12th grade are free. The government of the Republic of Liberia just need pretty close to 3 million to solve that every year. In the whole country, to solve that every year. To put volunteer teachers on payroll, you need pretty close to 2 million every year to impact in the government schools. To just tell them, say, look, you will start up with you on this note. You just need. So if you put a 5 million together, one is able to make students to go to school free. All government schools will be free from elementary straight all the way. Nobody want to pay a dime. You wouldn't look for your uniform, copybooks, and you go to school. That money they're taking and putting it into their pockets. And they can't last say they sending 250 young Liberians. That are digital training that they said they were going on, where they were training people, where they were 10,000 youth. Where's the impact of that 10,000 youth program that they were passing around with? So lies. They lied to you people when you know the party you talk over. They said they're training 10,000 youth about cyber or something, or to do what? So lies. They lie to you. They announce programs that you will not be able to trace. The same way they pump ghost money. All their programs are ghost outcome, meaning you can see the outcome. Now what ghost? Those are what we call ghost outcomes. They put 22 million in rows, ghost outcome. They are now telling you they give it 25 million for students that you will never see. They said they have 10,000 youth, digital program, no impact. You can trace it. But money went into those things. Physical cash went into those things, but the outcome came up ghost-wise. You see some of the issues? But we are certainly getting there. And some of us, the eye openers are very essential for you so that you know how your government is running, so that you know when the arguments are coming up, when they are coming up, you can raise these questions to them. When they come to you, your communities, you can raise these questions. That's what we are doing it for. For some of us, we don't have faith in them and we know they can't do anything. But the idea is you should have an idea so that your friends in the communities who put you into these things, so that you can sit with them and ask them, say, whatever you announce here, so what impact will it make? How do we know that they're sending these people? All we hear about is money being spent. How do we know that these things are making impact? Let's leave that and go to the national legislature. The battle, the real battle is about to start. Thomas Father block and Fanatikofa block. That's how I call it now. Thomas Father has made it loud and clear. So we're not going to say majority block. No. Thomas Father renegade blocked. Yeah, maybe we want to give some descriptive analysis, description to it. Is Thomas Father Thomas Father block and that of Fonati Kofa block. So the battle line is now drawn. Thomas Father has drawn the line. I just read through my friend and brother Lena Dodo's paper, the investigator, and it says that Honorable Jonathan Fonati Kofa, Fonati wait for your time Kofa, is expected to declare 10 seats vacant simply because they don't want to come to work. Fonati Kofa is expected, honor his leadership, they are expected to declare 10 seats vacant by law because they are not coming to work. I want you getting what I'm saying. I said, and I'm repeating, Fonati Kofa's block, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, has declared that he's having a leadership meeting tomorrow, and as a result of that leadership meeting, they are going to declare 10 persons, I don't know, 10 seats or whatever it is, 10 seats vacant by law. So we'll have to go to by-election in these communities and start to elect our new leaders. That's what they're going to do. Let me read to you the reliances, the legal reliances of Fonati Kofa. Let's start off first with their rules. They are using this as reliance. They said here, let me try to share with you so that we all will see it. Keep playing star 799 star 100 hash. We're going to give out 10,000 to several and 50,000 to just one person. It's part of the three wise men. At the end of it, or in November, somebody going to get model back. So there is the horses rule 21. Somebody snap it and send it to me. I hope you'll be able to see it. So rule 21 is here. There is rule 21 of the horses rules. They rely on the 21.1. It says here, no member shall stay away from section without the express approval of the House for a period of more than what? 2 weeks. For a period less than 2 weeks. Permission may be sought from the Speaker. Violators shall be penalized in a manner deemed appropriate by the leadership of the House in consultation with plenary. You understood that? Oh, I will read it for you again. Okay, let me read it now from here. I think you all saw the picture. I just wanted to show evidence. You know, normally lawyers don't speak without evidence. So we'll try to read that to you. The reason I did that is to show you the evidence. And let me show you the reliance, the legal reliance by Kofa and team. So it says here, no House member shall stay away from sections without the express approval of the House for a period of more than 2 weeks. For a period of less than 2 weeks. Permission may be sought from the Speaker. Permission may be sought from the Speaker. They say primary. They say plenary, sorry. They say plenary. They say permission. No member. They say plenary more except. No. They said no member. So permission may be sought. Permission may be sought from the Speaker. May be sought from the Speaker. Right? So you write your communication. You send it. You can address it to plenary. You can address it And the permission can come from plenary. It can come from the speaker, meaning whoever is in leadership at the time can address that. That's what they say. It may be sought for the speaker. Right? And for the speaker. You can address it to the speaker or whoever is in office at that time. So the person who is in office at that time or who is leading the house at that time, let's say for instance the speaker travels. You don't have to wait for the speaker. That's why they say may be. Because they don't want to stick it to the speaker because they are told that the speaker may not be in country. And then you will have to seek for permission. So to get that permission, it may be sought from the speaker. Or you can ask the whoever leadership that is in place at the time of your writing of that excuse. So that's what it is. And guess what? They said violators shall be penalized in the manner deemed appropriate by the leadership of the house in consultation with plenary. Meaning the leadership can take this action in consultation with the plenary. I want you to go that part. In consultation. The leadership deems it necessary, deems it appropriate, meaning whatever will happen to you is at the mercy of leadership. They determine what they want to do to you. So what they deemed appropriate is what they will utilize. They are to consult primary. Now, in law, if you follow our constitution, I will read you something in this constitution. It's very important that you know these things. Me, when my students come to class, they don't come here to just come pass around, go home with nothing in their heads. No, we don't treat our students like that. We gave them the knowledge and we gave them all it takes for it to work. You listen, very good. And Article 86A of the Liberian Constitution honor the caption emergency powers. This is what it said. Article 86A of the Liberian Constitution. I read here, so you'll be reading. We'll be showing you the thing, you'll be seeing it. What did they say? The president may, in consultation with the Speaker of the House of Representatives and the President pro tempore of the Senate, proclaim and declare the existence of a state of emergency in the Republic or any part thereof. The reason I decided to read this article is because of the word consultation. And let's come to the word consultation. What does consultation mean? Because they said in their own rule, I said dealing with their rule. I come to the constitution here though. I still dealing with their rules, right? Let's deal with the rules first. Consultation. Now, it did not say that the speaker or the plenary can take the decision. No. If it is plenary, then you need your quorum to operate. Right? Good. They said the leadership can take the decision. That what their own rule says, the leadership can take the decision. In consultation with plenary. Let's look at the word consultation. The legal definition of consultations. Let's come to that. I like when we are in class, because I know this, when we leave from the class, here, you're going to have your own arguments out there. And I don't want for you to leave for your dumbfounded, and then you don't know from where to argue. So consultation, legal definition. Consultation meaning. And let me see. I want to get it clearer one. Very good. This one will help us. Consultation means the of exchanging information or opinions about something in order to reach a better understanding or or to make a decision or a meeting for a purpose, for this purpose. Listen to this. What does consultation mean? What does consultation say? Consultation means the act of exchanging information, opinion about something in order to reach a better understanding of it or to make a decision or a meeting for this purpose. Now, let's come now to the rule. They said the speaker or the leadership can take an action that it deems appropriate in consultation with plenary. Now, you are only to consult plenary. Consultation does not mean approval or consent. That's why you see me, I read this article for you people, Article 86A of the Liberian Constitution. Do you know Article 86A says the president can declare state of emergency in consultation with the speaker and that of the pro tem. When they may consult, is to inform them. That information does not mean that they are consent. They are consent, they should consent to it. There's a difference between consent and consultation. So let's take, for instance, I'm in your house. You say, AB, before you leave the house, be able to consult me. If I decided to leave the house and I call you up and tell you, say, look, John, I am leaving the house now. It does not call for your consent. You don't have to approve for me to leave. All I have to do is to inform you. That's all. That's why we say consultation means information. Sharing of information so that you understand that it be not there. Just consult me. Finish. It does not call for approval. It does not call for consent. So you see where we are? Now, so they did not talk about quorum. They did not talk about how plenary must approve it or it must be the consent of plenary. So Phonetic Kofa is trying to rely on this. These people have not come for work for 2 days. So I am going to declare their seats vacant. It is leadership that's going to do that. So leadership is going to be having a meeting on tomorrow, from what I understand, and they will derive at that decision. And they will declare these seats vacant by law. Right? Now, what is the constitutional reliance for declaring these seats vacant? Now, the appropriate action the speaker intends to take in terms of their rules is their absenteeism, is the cause of that action. Now, in law, there are two words that you should understand in the context of law's application. They got one word, one phrase. They call out that the spirit of the law, and they get one there they call the words, W-O-R-D-S, the words of the law. So we get the words of the law and we get the spirit of the law. Now, the words of the law, you can also call that the letters of the word. We get the letters of the word. Then we get the spirit of the word, the law. Now, the letters of the word, it talks about the plain aspect of this law that I'm reading right here, so that the letters of the law here. So this thing I'm reading, constitutional, the Constitution Article 86 I'm quoting, is what we call the letters of the law. L-E-T-T-E-R-S-O-F-L-A-W. The letters of the law. That's what it is. So any ordinary man can approach the letters of the law very easily. Now, what is the spirit of the law? The spirit of the law is the intent. It's the intent. Because it is the spirit. You don't know. You don't see it. It's the intent. So you must know for the spirit of the law. Why is it that these guys carved their law and they said you must seek approval? You can seek, you may seek or seek for approval from the speaker. May. The spirit of the law, because the plain language is there, which is the letters of the law, which of course is the words of the law, but the spirit of the law, it tells you that the intent for that is that, look, there will be time that the speaker will not be there. The man who will be there may be the deputy speaker, or the man who will be presiding might be the chair or executive in their order of ascendancy at the legislature. So you're not going to seek approval from one speaker who is not in session. So the man who is in charge at the time is the one. So that when May, you heard that May, right? That is what it is. So you get that part, right? So let's leave that one. I just want for you to understand the little legal elements that are in this. Because the next thing I want to come up now, if this were to happen, these are the arguments that will be coming up. They say, well, the speaker now got quorum. No, we're not discussing quorum now. The speaker has passed quorum level. It's not at the quorum level now. They said leadership. Leadership does not constitute quorum. The thing they call leadership, it does not constitute quorum. The leadership are those people that the speaker appointed on various positions. They are the leadership. So, quorum, if we pass in a quorum level now, we are now to leadership because that is our own rules. They put it there. They did not say with the consent of plenary that sort of quorum. They did not put that there. So, in the context and the interpretations of the law, especially in the spirit of the law, because I would like to tell you people, my students, that we are dealing with two aspects of the law here. The letters of the law, which of course are words. Then we talk about the spirit of the law. In the spirit of the law. So let's leave that. Let's come to another aspect that calls for the spirit of the law. Let's go to another reliance of the speaker. Article 37 of the Liberian Constitution. Let's go to Article 37 of the Liberian Constitution. Now, what the speaker is going to use now to take them off? Article 37. Does he have that authority? The answer to that we can maybe find it in Article 37 of the Liberian Constitution. Let's go to Article 37 of the Liberian Constitution. What did it say here? I will spread it to you, and you will read it. If you have your copybook there or whatever it is, mark it down. You can go and read these things on your own, and you find it. Very good. Article 37 of the Liberian Constitution. Please look here. Right? Article 37 of the Liberian Constitution. Sorry, let me move my hand from there. What are you reading there? Students, and I'd like to be talking to you like a class. Class, read what you are reading there and tell me the spirit of the law and that of the words of the law that you find in that. The plain language that you are seeing there, so right in front of me, and you and myself seeing it, is what we call the words of the law, the letters of the law. Now, we'll have to come down as students. I will expect you to know the spirit of the law in relation to this text that you see here, Article 37. What did it say? It says here, in the event of a vacancy in the legislature caused by what? Death, resignation, expulsion, or otherwise, the presiding, the presiding in the case who? The speaker. The presiding officer shall, they say any other person, the presiding officer shall, within 30 days, within, they say after 30 days. Y'all listen to this English. Look, I'd like for my students to understand what it is when they say law. I'd like for them to understand it. It did not say after 30 days. It says within 30 days. Within 30 days. Meaning from day one after that vacancy is created, from day one, from there, all the way to 30 days that the play ends. From day 1 to 30 days. So, even day 2 into 30 days, you can declare. Day 3 into 30 days, you can declare. Day 4 into 30 days, you can declare. But it will be within 30 days. It say after 30 days. It didn't say that. That the law we are reading here, they want that words of the law. They said that the presiding officer shall, within 30 days, notify the Elections Commission thereof. You listen to that? Thereof. They said the Elections Commission shall not later than 90 days thereafter. Meaning, the Election Commission from day 1 of that notification up to 90 days. Not later than. You can't do it more than 90 days. No, you can't do that. So they said it right there, right? Not later than 90 days thereafter, cause a by-election to be held. Provided that where such vacancy occurs within 90 days prior to the holding of the general elections, the filing of a vacancy shall await the holding of the election. Meaning, if we have 90 days to general election, you can't declare, even if the file that vacancy, you say, no, man, 3 months from now, we'll be going to election. So that vacancy, no, we'll have to wait for the election time, 3 months. Once it is within 3 months to election, right, then we can wait. That's what the law says. Fonati Kofa is saying that in the event of a vacancy at the legislature, which is caused because they're going to take action on these people, right? They're going to take action on these people. You know, they are going to take action on these people. So it says here that in the event of a vacancy in the legislature caused by death, resignation, expulsion, or otherwise. What is that otherwise in your own thinking, students? In the spirit, put yourself in the spirit of the law. Put yourself in the context of the spirit of the law. What is that otherwise? They say expulsion or otherwise. What is that otherwise? Plenty things are going to happen. Liberia is headed for constitutional crisis. That is why we tried our best to have prevented. That otherwise means these people, their seats are declared vacant because that is the appropriate action that we have been taking because they don't go to work. So, Fonati Kofa has already applied the rules that he deems fit. So it is that otherwise that you are seeing there. So, and by virtue of the fact that their seats are declared vacant, it gives him the right as the presiding to notify the National Elections Commission for the day of that declaration of their seat, meaning if that action is taken on Tuesday, from the day of that Tuesday, by Wednesday, by Thursday, by Friday, by Saturday, whichever day it falls on from their county, Fonati Kofa is able to inform the National Elections Commission that indeed there are 10 seats that are already vacant here, and we think for sure you can now have a by-election conducted. Then the National Elections Commission, not later than 90 days after they receive it, they get from day 1 to 90 days. They can't wait for after 90 days. So they can start preparing from there, preparing to make sure that everyone else can come straight. And then we go to by-election. So this is what Fonati is going to put to test. Fonati is still a speaker. He is not removed. He is still the leader of the national legislature. In fact, because he is the leader of the national legislature, that's why the anti-Kofa bloc, they are saying he should resign. Why are they telling him to resign? Because he is still having the power. They are acknowledging by themselves that he still has the power. They don't remove him yet because they don't have the numbers to remove him. So he still has that power. And because he still has that power, that's why they are telling him to resign. You can't tell somebody to resign when they are not into an occupant position. Somebody who is occupied or an occupant or I left for me to explain to you the thing. Somebody who is occupying a position is the person you can ask to resign, right? If you hear from these blockers, these rebel groups, they are saying Fonati resign. He must resign because they know, they acknowledge within themselves that Fonati is still a speaker, meaning Fonati can exercise all the authorities given to him by the Constitution rules. So you see where we are now, where we are getting as a people. You see where we are getting as a people? You see where the country is going? Fonati has all the authority to do that. He is staying in power. The very anti-Kofa bloc, they know that Fonati stay in power, that what they say he will resign. The likely the one has session anywhere. They need that number to have him removed. He is not removed yet. Fonati is still the speaker. Get that number and remove him. Finish. Then he loses all the powers. ascribed in the Constitution and into their own rules. He doesn't have it again. But once Fonati is still the speaker and still has the power, Fonati can do all these things the Constitution gave to him. Your own rules, you give it to him also. The best thing you guys can do is to remove Fonati Kofa. Then you take all the thing there from him. You see some of the issues? You know, Egua explain these things to you people so that y'all get it, which is very much good. So let's get to the lines and start interacting with you, our callers. Those of you who playing star we think for sure we are certainly getting there, and no matter what the circumstances are, those of you online. So I will try to exercise some say here and see where we can get with it. I told you guys that this is what it is, and we think for sure we are getting there. So that's what I wanted you to understand. I hope the students, you got that. If you have any question, you can put that here now, so I can answer it now, because I know that I want for us to have this thing to be interactive, right? Because I think the offline students are not following, and they will soon get back on. So if you have any question in terms of all the explanations I've made here, taking into the two basic pillars of legal interpretations of the law, the letters of the law and that of the spirit of the law, I deploy all two. So you got to put all two inside. You got to use both to be able to understand the law, the spirit of the law and that of the words of the law. So if you have any concerns, you better raise it now. If you have any concerns, you better raise it now. So we think for sure, no matter what you think about, we are very much grateful to all of you. All those who preparing themselves want to be lawmakers, just start preparing yourself for the by-election. Because Fonati will use the law and the law is on his side. Fonati will use the law and the law is on his side. So, this is where we are. And I challenge anybody to tell me that I am actually any legal practitioner, whether you like it, you go or you come down. I say I'm an expert, but the same plain language that you see here, so I want for you to tell me that by virtue of the fact that those guys are sitting for legitimacy, it does not know. He doesn't enjoy the popular legitimacy by virtue of their store. But the legal legitimacy, he still enjoys that. The speaker will have to be removed. Then all the power that you hear the Constitution and talking about how the speaker may, or the presiding. You hear about presiding. The time when they talk about presiding, that Thomas Father, because he's sitting down all that group and presiding there, that what it is. I know for sure. I know that the station is up. I know it will come on. The guys are trying to switch because AEC went off. I know. Yeah, they're trying to switch. Yeah. Or you think it is by Thomas Father sitting down there? What made him presiding? No. They're presiding in the spirit of the law. Again, we'll come back to the spirit of the law. They're presiding in the spirit of the law. Anybody who want to send me question or whatever it is, put it right here on the platform. Because when you send it and when you send it the other way around, I will not be able to see it. And whatever question you're raising, if you send it through any other means, I will not see it except through my WhatsApp number. So we can have it, the best way we can. So I think for sure we are certainly getting there, and we will get there, and no matter what the circumstances are. Yeah. So ask your question. Very good differentiation. Many people always confuse consultation with consent. Yeah, you're right. Consultation is not consent. I like that. Thank you so much. One of my fantastic students, Edwin Dennis. Yeah, people always confuse consultation with consent. Consultation is not consent. The Constitution gave the president the right to declare national emergency. You know why? In the spirit of the law, which of course the framers intend. Do you know why they said the president? Because let's take for instance, right? The president is the one that presiding over the nation. There is something that hitting the country very hard. The president goes to the national legislature, and then you find a speaker, not in his line, the pro tem not in his line, and then he is supposed to wait for their consent before declaring national emergency. The pro tem and that of the speaker, they may likely store his government. He may not be able to act appropriately. They will say, we'll make sure that people die in this country so that we'll use it against the president. So the framers are saying, no, we don't have to make the president to give consent from the pro tem or the speaker, because it is possible that the speaker could be somebody who's from the opposition camp. And if that the president consent waiting for, the president will not be able to solve that problem. So what the Constitution framers, in the spirit of the law, they said is that the president can declare the state of emergency, just consult them. Honorable Speaker, I'm declaring state of emergency. Honorable Pro Tem, I'm declaring. Then after 7 days, he can now write them officially to tell them for them to debate on it. But at that time, the state of emergency is already in place. That is what the Constitution says. You see, some of these things are very important for those of you online. This is very important for our democracy. Tried and tested. It's good that we try these things and test them. And see how far we can go with them. You know, I will do something for you, the online students, for tonight, so that yeah, thank you so much, man. Yeah, Article 49 says the speaker is the presiding. You know about somebody conferring themselves to be presiding. They say that group of lawmakers who made themselves quorum can get the speaker. No, that's why it is. The man is speaker, he was sworn in as a speaker. So let us understand that, which is very important. So I think the radio will come on, then we can now go on with the course. And so I think we are certainly getting there so that we can pick the course. But those of you online, the diaspora people, and we think we can start picking your course, and I will definitely put you through. So those of you online here, I will just give you this privilege and line so that you can use it for tonight only. For now, until the radio can come on, and then the in-studio line, and then the guys can use the WhatsApp line for you people, so that so you can call us now on let me see where we are. Let me see. I want to give you a certain number to call, right? And so I think, yeah, Edwin Dennis. Yeah, I think Edwin Dennis. Edwin Dennis, say you from the, yeah, and yeah, Edwin Dennis. I think, yeah. All right. So I think that is where we are getting now. I just want to hear from my producer. Then I gave you the number so that we can call from right here, and I'll put you. And so I think for sure we are certainly getting there. And all right, so let me just give you some numbers so that yeah, look on where I'm trying to paste this number, right? 0777-077-447. Just for the online students. I'll try to call this so that we can get on tonight. Just for the online students. This is my personal number. And that number that you'll be calling always, because I can block people when they be disturbing me too much with this number. The number I just posted there that you see there, so is my number. I know many of you have been asking for it. You get it now, but I don't know why you just be calling you. You can't operate it out. So that it there. So your call this number so that we can all together have you through the stuff here so that we get there together, which is very important for you as well. So thank you. And we are right here together and working together for the good of our country. And we are very excited being together. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. And God will continue to take us all through. So please try to call us now as we try to pick your calls. To WhatsApp, not direct. You try direct, you'll not get through. So it's WhatsApp. That number is WhatsApp. And then you can use it to get to us. And I will be able to pick your call and then put you through in the meantime, which is good for all of us. And okay, call me, man. Let me see. I will deal with you. I will put you out of class. Anybody who dare tries it. And okay, so I think we can now start entertaining your calls. So call us on the number just place right there, and 077077447, and that's what it is. So let me just put you through Medicine Yadolo. Let me hear from you, and he's the first caller. Medicine, let's hear from you.
Thank you so much, AB. I will write you a comment and say thank you for making sense in their head.
Okay.
I don't know whether there is a legal or practitioner on the rebel group.
Okay.
But they play with Ron Presley. When they remove Erin Snow. Erin Snow was not a lawyer.
Yeah.
And he's not even a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
So they did a thing to Talon. Talon now is a lawyer. But Kofa is a seasoned lawyer who did law in America, who even practiced in America. So it's now the man that he can try that nonsense to.
Yeah.
Then Kofa used the law to his disposal. Let him deal with them. Then the last time I asked one of my men who is on the Kofa side, I asked him, I said, can you go expel them? But he was too tough for his state. We didn't want to create the kind of vacancy and this, that. But if they call for that, the Kofa declared that still vacant. Let Mr. Boga break down his own government, where there will be no function in your government, and the Liberian people will not allow it, and the Liberian people will take to the street and bring Mr. Boga his bed down. Let Mr. Boga bring your own government down. The people that pay for the hotel are RLJ, where the money come from? Are they got paying the money in their pocket? It's the government of Mr. Boga paying that money. The first 750,000 that got divided, they say it gives a transport ministry and that of water and fuel. And Mr. Boga launched investigation in that? Never. That Mr. Boga behind that shit. And when he paid Henry Costa the last time to go and damage the bad president for damage control. For damage control. Where that money came from? Where that money came from? Has Mr. Boga launched investigation? Why is the SPC investigation taking time? Because Mr. Boga had on it. But go back to use the law until Liberian people get angry and get the street.
You're right. Thank you, Medicine. So we can pick others up as well as they are calling in tonight, right here on this dial. We are certainly getting there. Joshua Corner, if you disturb this class here and you use the number to disturb the class, you'll see what it will do to you. They tell you say we're joking here. Frederick Kennedy, let's hear from you quickly. Yeah. Hello, let's hear from you.
Yeah, Frederick Tennessee.
Yeah, let's hear from you, Frederick.
Yeah, thank you for bringing me on. One thing I want to, I sent you a short video, if I can continue.
Yeah.
Concerning the Imam who just came to Liberia.
Yeah.
He said something, and I took that part, I just sent it to you.
Yeah.
That part, he said when he returned to Liberia, he saw new rules, new development, new, he was talking about everything new.
Yeah. I will talk explicitly about that. Yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you. Anyway, I will call you back.
All right. Thank you so much. I was hearing the noise behind you there. The distractions are ongoing. Hello, how are you doing? Hello.
It is Austin Gara calling from Habel.
Yeah, Austin. Let's hear from you, Chief.
I want to say thank you so much for the program.
Mm-hmm.
I stay with the speaker 100% times so that he can take the decision from Article 37 and Rule 21.
Okay.
all those lawmakers that are involved in the process and stay with Fulani Kufa to use his power by the law of the land of Liberia, more especially their own rules, so that they can create vacancy for at least 10 seats. So my next question, after I've deliberated on that, I also want to ask as to whether after he did the vacancy for the 10 seats, whether he will also go back again to create another vacancy for another 10 seats, so that all the 49 presidents or the number of 27 presidents that are going to call themselves majority bloc, we can get empty off all the number from there and replace all the candidates so that we can get out by election for all of them, because those guys are very useless, they are not serious. You cannot use the Liberian people in that form and manner. We pay them. They're working for us.
You're right.
They took decision on their own without consulting their various districts.
You're right.
They went ahead and took action to go against the speaker because they don't want to be audited, because many of them their own committees.
Yeah.
And those committees they are own. So many of them have stolen a lot of money, like the leg of Ottoman father, who has stolen a lot of money as well in second committees. He left from behind the CDC party and go and join with majority bloc call themselves that they want to get the speaker out. I want to be very friendly to you, AB. I want to stand with these people and I want to stand with Fulani Kufa all day long. Then he makes sure he take the decision.
Okay.
And provide
Thank you, Austin Darius. Thank you so much. So the numbers are up 0777, and we think for sure we are certainly getting there. And we will certainly get there, no matter what the circumstances are. We are certainly getting there. Sorry for those of you in Real Land who's not getting us now. I believe we have some challenge. 10 seats, one will be for Teacher Light. Yeah, see, you're divine. The people see your gets on to me already. Joshua, why are you disturbing this class? He said 10 seats will get one to Teacher Light, and so. Y'all tell us see a big shiny or who you're giving for the see that too. My Oma, how you doing, Mama? How's everything? Yeah. How you doing, Ma? Look at that. How you say that? No, sorry. The line is open for you. No, I get through you away. Okay. I know, certainly you're right. Okay. No, you just need, so for until declare straight, then I will send you the whole list of what you need to do. Then we'll start running your campaign. You can't take it from you, go sit down here in America with it.
We're not putting
yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. You're right. We're not putting solutions there now. It is reactions that you will put there. I like that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, can't take a seat from him. The seat is plenty. The seat is too plenty. We don't know even what to do with it. The seats are too many. We get 10 seats. They will declare that small. We'll do a 10-10. When we finish with 10 seats, then we'll add another 10 there again. Then at 20 seats, then we'll be doing 10-10, small. That's how we'll just be doing it so that everybody get their share. You know, the seat is too much. The seat is there. Everybody will get their share. You just got to get your share. 0770-77447-0777-077-077-447 is the WhatsApp line. And just come and take the seat, Omar. You just go America way because they put it you leave it here. They can't do nothing with it. So take the seat, carry it to America with you, Omar. You got to have here. You can be in America, then you run the seat from here. Because the men are sitting out there, they're not running it correct. So you can take that seat, you carry it with you. Just take your own chair, pay for your plane ticket, you carry your chair with you. Hey, God. Oh, God. Okay. Let's go 0770-077-077-447 are the numbers to call, and I'm putting it up again. Just for tonight, though. I mean, it is a teacher's personal number. I beg you, respect my privacy. So that I want to do it because I don't want for you to get problem. And tonight I want for you to follow the whole thing. So you're seeing it there, right? Yeah, it's on Facebook and that on YouTube, and that is what it is. And you put it for all kinds of today. Maryland, you say what? I'm gonna stay in Ghana for what? And all right. So the numbers are there. You can call the numbers, and we'll be able to pick, and then have you going through tonight. We'll have you going through tonight, and we think for sure is important. Whichever way it is, we'll try to put you through. Ed, how are you doing? Quickly. Let me get on to the next person who's trying to get onto the line. The next person, we almost at 10. And folks, we almost at 10. We almost at 10. So we think for sure. And who's it? And Mohammed Kemo, you say what? GMB, can we take my number to go do what with it? So most of our offline students couldn't get us because the radio station lost power. And I just want to thank you people for being here tonight with me. And I appreciate all of you for being here with me tonight. I don't know. Let us have this brief election. Can I repeat this class wholly on tomorrow night and on Friday night so that every other student can join in? Because I'm closing now. But I just want to see whether we can close this class here tonight on this note. But let me pick this call up quickly because I'm wrapping up now. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, Eddie.
Yeah, hello. How you doing? Is this yeah, I'm seeing this name here. It's Honorable King Bassa.
This is Kim Bassa. Yeah, this is Kim Bassa. Yes, open to that. You son of Grand Bassa.
Okay, Kim Bassa.
You know, once a teacher, always a teacher have to come on you still, even though I have the presenter for Kim Bassa show.
I know.
I respect your teaching. And I feel inside that my district, someone was ran back to that man, or else I was going to come to with your inside.
Oh, okay.
Someone was after smart.
Okay.
So no problem, no shaking.
Yeah, you want to see you, but no shaking for your seat. Your seat set.
Yeah, no shaking for now. Until 2029, I can remove it. Thank you for the topic.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kim Bassa. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let me get on to this one quickly. Hello, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, man. Kofi, yeah, I'm Kofi. Kofi, how you doing?
So I think I come into Toronto to be representative from District 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm coming there.
Very good.
The owner of Slipway that have most of the property in Slipway.
Wow. Oh, but come take your seat. Take the seat and carry it with you. You go.
I'm coming.
Come and take the seat from that Prince told man. You carry it. You go sit down. All right, Kurias Williams. Thank you so much, Kurias. We appreciate. And you know, Nina Kwe says, I am coming from my own seat from Grand Julia County. Bring it to America. Thank God Trump won already. So you collect your seat, you carry it. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is. Everyone will collect their own seat. And because these people, they're not doing anything with the seat here. So why you can't collect it and carry it? Come and collect the seat and carry it. These people are not doing anything with the seat here. You collect the seat, you carry. So class, I was asking questions, and some of you were saying, and Sarah's Joel McGee. Sarah, are you coming for seat or you just know that seats will waste? Sarah, I don't know whether you know. And this seat now that the people giving, the people are saying that they are not giving seats to reactions, to seditions. They are giving seats to reactions now because reactions are committed people. Seditions are not committed people, so that reactions they want to give the seat to now. So if you come in, you must put yourself. So you don't have to be part of CDC to get a seat. Just declare yourself as a reaction, you get your seat. Yeah, so that is what it is. And so I think for sure we are certainly getting there, and we are very grateful to all of you. And Walker himself don't want his seat. No, man, you have to get a best seat. Ah, now over that seat, and where you will sit down. When you take that seat from one of the paper now, where you will sit down. Eh? You can't try that one, man. All right, so folks, I want to say thanks to all of you for the time. We appreciate you for everything that you've been doing. We thank you for your support that you've been giving. We'll weigh the options to see whether we can repeat this show as it is, because there are a lot of teachings that went on tonight, and that we think other people need to get, especially the offline students. But those of you online, you got it already. You just share it, and whatever it is, and you know, I think it's very much good, and we think it will be very much important for all of us. So tomorrow we could repeat this as it is, though you will see it online, but it will not be real what it is. So that we just repeat this whole segment so that the Liberians can get this part that I was able to explain tonight. It is very important, and I plead with you people that tomorrow we're going to repeat this very, 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 very one for tonight, and I would think it will be very much good for all of us. So thanks to all of you for the time. So until we are back here, God willing, with another edition of the show on tomorrow, if possible, repeat. But if not, other issues come up, we'll do it live. But again, we'll just come up to repeat the lecture instead of the show. So we'll come back to repeat the lecture instead of the show. And at that point now, you can just put your questions. Then we'll be able to answer your questions, because you may have done some of your research, and some of your friends, you will have arguments and so forth. When that argument is now over, and then they ask you a couple of questions, and you can refer that question to this class so that we all come and discuss it. It is very important. But the key takeaway from tonight's class is that, one, there's a difference between consent and that of consultation. So when they tell you, say you got to do things, consultation with somebody does not mean the person has to approve it. They got to consent to it. That is not what it is. So you got to understand all of that. And I told you two things. Just do your research. What is the difference between the spirit of the law and the spirit of the law and that of the letters of the law, or the words of the law? Do the two things, and then you study it for yourself. You will get to understand from whence we are speaking. So I want to say thanks to all of you for the time. We are very, very happy. And let me pick this last one. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Hey,
how you doing, boss man? How's everything with you?
I'm doing pretty good. My name is Sylvester's Right.
Okay.
And I'm calling from the Boy Reed City in North Dakota.
North Dakota, okay.
To be precise, Watford City.
Okay, go on.
First of all, I want to thank you, for the job you're doing,
Thank you.
trying to educate our people and,
We appreciate.
fighting for the Liberian people. I said thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I'm kind of surprised of Tomo Fala.
Okay.
Because I used to sell on the JFK platform, so I know Tomo Fala very well.
Okay.
Through the CDC, through the help of Ambassador Manawia, today, he's relevant and he got a lot of money, and with no respect to the party, it's just a heartbreaking situation, my brother. That's how people are angry. I'm so disappointed when it comes to Tomo Fala betraying the CDC. Thank you so much for having me. I got your number. I'll reach out to you personally, my brother.
All right, thank you, my brother, for your contribution. Sarah's Joel McGee will be able to take us home, and Sarah's will be able to take us home. Sarah missed out on your call. You can just call back, and then we'll be able to conclude from here. So Sarah will take us home here tonight. Yes, Cyrus, let's just be able to conclude. Yeah.
Hey, B.
What's up, boss man?
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm okay, Chief. How are you?
Yeah, fine.
Oh, man, the whole seat thing here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it sounds funny, but it's very serious.
Serious, yeah.
The Liberian people will need to rise up against these people to demand them to do what they were elected to do or give them those seats. No time to waste.
You're right.
Are these guys waiting to take money from the country for this month that they have not worked, or last month they did not work?
You're right. You're right.
Waiting?
You're right.
What kind of a disgrace is that?
You're right. They're working.
Now the president is expected to present the budget tomorrow. Who is he going to present the budget to? That will be a defining moment.
You're right.
You know, it's not going to be like Madame Sally's time when she was there dealing with both Tyler and the breakaway group. But at this point, I love the way Speaker Kufa is holding on, making sure that the law will be the law.
You're right.
Let these people return to work. Do the Liberian people's job. But people say the light shining on you too much in Ghana, my man.
Oh, man.
They don't see what we up to.
See, man. They don't see what they go out with. No, that one.
Yeah, but we are watching.
Okay, all right, sorry.
Let's see where the budget will land tomorrow.
You're right. Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate that. All right, folks, that's all the time we have tonight. So I say thanks to all of you. Tomorrow we'll be back here. We'll continue the lecture series. I think so. And I saw that we go back into the very books, into their very laws and see. But let's see what leadership will come up with tomorrow first. Then we'll be able to come up with another debate on that. Thanks so much to all of you for the time. Sorry to our online, offline students who couldn't just get us in closing moment. Thanks so much to all of you. Until we are back here, God's willing. But remember, before we close, the Imam. What security? I think you sent me something, and let me see. The Imam who just came back to Liberia, he was able to share with us something. The man was not ungrateful. The man was very clear, and he said all he could on a blunt note about Liberia. So it's important that we all be able to understand that. What is this thing? Second, did you send me this stuff? No, second, you didn't send me my number. I don't know which number you sent me about. I didn't see it. But I will try to. Yeah, one of my students sent it to me too. I'm not seeing it. The Imam said something in relation to what he has seen Liberia to be. And I think we'll certainly get there. We'll certainly get there. And no matter what it is, we'll get there. Whether you go up, you come down, we will get there. So I'll be able to share with you what he said. But in passing, he said that his return to the country, because he was back here in 2018, 2019. He said his return to the country, he has been greeted with developments. The roads, the infrastructure developments, including the roads and so forth. He is now pressing now. Those very Muslims and who are those other people who decided to say they will support Joseph Boakai because we did not do anything. They are very privileged that they have gone to welcome. He has come to appreciate the WIA administration for the transformation that took place, for which his people did not reward WIA for, and they took it away from him. So that is very much key to what we'll be discussing. And we'll play that part so that you'll be able to hear it. Thanks to all of you for the time. Until we are back here, do have a pleasant night. Bye-bye.